What's up guys, my name is Alvin. Welcome back to the channel. And for those of you coming to the channel for the first time, on this channel you will find everything e-skating, from accessories reviews to electric skateboard reviews and of course safety tips. So welcome to E-Skate Tech. Alright, so I spent a couple weeks riding this monster and I have to say I'm very impressed with the way it feels, how it rides, and just the performance. So let's get right to it. Trucks. So these trucks are caliber 2 trucks and I've got to say they're pretty sturdy, they're stable. I haven't experienced any issues with these trucks. The stock bushings were cool. They weren't hard enough for me, I guess. Didn't have enough rebound, but I have no complaints about those. But I did want to swap those out anyway, so I swapped those out with orangutan nipple bushings, the hard ones, and now this thing has crazy rebound and it's super fun to carve with. So the trucks are solid. All right, next I'm going to talk about the deck. This deck is the TrueFlex Deck 2, and as I mentioned earlier in my last video, I'm definitely glad I went with the number 2 deck because I prefer stiffer decks. It does have a little bit of flex, but it's definitely obviously more on the stiff side. But I'm around 200 pounds, so this is definitely what I prefer and what I need, and I'm glad I went with the Flex 2 deck. I have no complaints about it. It does have good flex. It doesn't bounce up and down. It just literally rebounds down and then up once. That's what a TrueFlex is. If you have a board that bounces up and down, that's not good. A TrueFlex would just be bouncing down once and up and back to center, and this does that pretty good. So awesome job on this deck, guys. I love it. Motors. Now these are two 6354 motors, and they're both 3000 watts each, so you'll be pushing 6000 watts max, which is pretty awesome. I gotta say that I've never felt any torque like this on any board, or have experienced any type of top speed like this on any board. I mean, this is like, I've never rode a LaCroix or a Baja board, but I mean, I would imagine this is on that level. I mean, with 120mm foamies on, it's just, you just fly. It's insane. It's scary fast, to be honest with you. So right now, these are my wheels of choice, and I'll get into that later, but the motors are awesome. And not only that, you can customize them even further, so you can tweak out your motors even more. You can tweak out your acceleration curve, your braking curve with the VESC tool, so that's another bonus. So the motors are awesome. Alright you guys, I wanted to show you a closer look of the 20T speed upgrades on the BKB Duo board. Just so you guys can see, that is the 20T motor pulley that's installed. And here is a look at the 15T motor pulley. So look at the size comparison. 15T motor pulley and the 20T motor pulley. So obviously a significant size difference. So with the 15T motor pulleys, these right here on the bottom, these guys right here, these 15T motor pulleys, you will get insane torque. It'll get you about 28 miles per hour top speed, but it gives you that crazy torque that all the reviews are talking about. So these 15Ts will give you crazy torque. If you want crazy top speed that'll reach 40 miles per hour and give you a lot of high-end torque, you go with the 20T pulleys, which I have installed, as you can see, because I like to know that I can hit that high speed, and I do like a lot of mid-range and high-end torque. So that's what this is, and that's probably gonna be my setup, my permanent setup. But when I want to mess around, I'm gonna go ahead and install the 15T motor pulleys. All right, you guys, so this is the setup that will get you to 40 miles per hour. This is with the 20T motor pulleys. That is a speed upgrade on the dual board, and if you put the 120 millimeter foamies on there, that can allow you to hit 40 miles an hour. So right now this is a 40 mile an hour setup. Am I gonna go that fast? Hell no. When you get the board stock, it's going to come with the VX1, but I definitely wanted to experience the VX2 remote, so I definitely upgraded, and I'm glad I did. The VX2 remote feels nice in the hand. It has the 3 speeds, high, medium, and low, and you even have real live data of how many amps you're pulling from the board, so that's pretty cool. You have the board power, and you have remote power, and all that good stuff. So the VX2 remote is awesome. I have no complaints there. ESC. This ESC is a VESC-based motor controller, and this allows you to customize exactly how you want your board to ride. So for my riding style, what I did is I learned the VESC tool, and I went in there and I definitely tweaked out my parameters. I have my acceleration turned up, I have my braking increase, and I tweaked out a few other things, but the VESC tool is awesome. And that's the cool thing about this open source VESC, is that you can control all your parameters. You can basically have it ride the way you want it to ride, and that's priceless. You can't get that from a pre-built board from China or any pre-built board. So that's definitely a big bonus. Alright guys, here's a look inside the enclosure, and this is how the ESC looks. It's kind of covered, but it's pretty much how it looks. Everything looks good, capacitors look good, everything is in place as it should be. But this is the open source ESC right here. And I just wanted to go over some parts with you guys. So if we go to the left here, right there, that is the receiver. And if we move down here, these yellow plugs here are the motor inputs, left and right. And right above that, right there, that is the Bluetooth module. And hidden down there, it's kind of hard to see, but it's, let me see if I can get a better look. Right there, that is the VX2 wireless module. And right above that, right here, that is the switch installed, the power button. And right there, that is a charge port going straight to the battery. And of course, 324 watt hour Samsung 30Q cells in a 10S3P setting. And this will get you around 20 miles of range. And that's how it looks in there. It looks intimidating, but all it is understanding the parts, learning how to connect everything, and programming. So understand the parts, learn how to connect, and programming. And that's all it is. Alright you guys, just wanted to touch on the VESC tool real quick. When you get your board, it's going to come pre-programmed and everything is good the way you get it. So you don't have to change anything, but if you want to, you definitely have to get into the VESC tool and learn it. So I'm just going to go over some things real quick. So when you get your board and you want to start calibrating yourself, you're going to go to Welcome Wizards up here in the left corner, right? And you're gonna hit Setup Motors, FOC, and this is where you're gonna calibrate your motors and pick your motors and basically go through the whole setup with your motors. And then when you're done with that, you're gonna hit Setup Input, and this is where you will map your controllers. This is basically the controller setup, and that's pretty much it. It's simple. If anything doesn't work right, you always want to make sure your firmware is updated and go back to the welcome wizards and do the whole wizard setup again. Set up motors FOC and set up input. Other than that, if you want to get to customizing your negative wrapping time and positive wrapping time, these right here, these are your braking and acceleration curves. So you can play with these. And I believe the lower you go, the stronger your curve will be, the higher the value, the smoother or the softer your curve will be. So right now it has a negative wrapping time stronger than my acceleration time, which is how they come. So if you want to tweak these out, if you want crazy acceleration, you want to bring the value down on the positive wrapping time. If you want to increase your negative wrapping time, also you want to bring that down, but you want to balance these out. So this is something you'll have to learn, but this is the VESC tool. This is where all the magic happens. This is where you can tweak out all your parameters and make your board go crazy. So this is worth learning. So who is this board for? This board is for the person that wants a highly customizable board with very powerful motors that has next level torque and next level top speed. So if you're looking for all those features under $1,000, you might want to check out the Duo board. Plus, being able to customize all your parameters and the VESC tool is a bonus. So would I recommend this board? Hell yeah. Alright you guys, thanks for watching and thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Make sure you stick around for the next video. I got some cool accessories I want to show and tell. Also, I definitely want to stress being safe. If you're going to ride, just practice being safe. Wear a helmet, wear protective gear, or wear elbow pads and knee pads. E-skating should be fun, not dangerous. And I know accidents and injuries do happen, but if you have the chance to prevent it, then you should. And I'm going to stop right there. Alright guys, thanks for watching eSkate Tech. Peace.